Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today we're going to be tasting a selection of items I found at the store Muji. Have you ever been to Muji? The first time I went to a Muji was when I was living in Japan and there was a location at my local mall. Muji is a lot like a department store. It has a huge range of items, including stationery, clothing, home goods, kitchen utensils, all kinds of things that you would find in your home. They're all very aesthetically pleasing, very clean lines, kind of minimal, but Muji means no brand. So there's no branding. There's no branding on any of the items. That's not true. Some of their home goods, they do have some brands, but generally speaking, there's no branding. So it feels like an elevated generic store, but in a good way. I always loved going to Muji. Oh, my water came up to a boil. I always loved going to Muji because they always had something new, particularly with the seasons. Their wardrobes would change and their stationery section was marvelous. I always would love playing with the pens and looking at all of the new stationery. And they also have lots of food items as well, ready to cook meals, lots of snacks, and even ice cream. So when my family and I were in Boston recently, we were walking around Cambridge and stumbled upon a Muji. I had no idea there was a location there. We all went in and I quickly went to the food section so I could pick up some things for us to taste. So today I'm going to be tasting some of the things I found there. So let's go ahead and get started. Since my water just came up to temp, let's go ahead and try this. This is hot and sour tomato soup. There's 4 hot and sour tomato soups in here. Look how cute and convenient. Oh, look. It's like astronaut food or something. Little packages. And we just add this to our bowl along with our hot water. Whoa, look at this. Wow. It's like freeze dried. Ooh, it smells like soy sauce. Isn't that curious? It looks like it's freeze dried. It's very light. And there's little chunks in it. Place it in our bowl and add 160 milliliters, which is just a little bit over, almost 3/4 of a cup, so 2/3 of a cup. So here we go. Okay, and goes the hot water. Whoa, can you hear that? Wow, look how it just melted. That was cool. Looks like there's bamboo shoots in there and pieces of tomato. Maybe that's mushroom. It just immediately dissolved. Very cool. How cool was that? Super impressed with how quickly the block melted, and the soup has some nice viscosity to it. And it smells great. My first taste of a soup from Muji. Itadakimasu. Wow, curious. Delicious. I like it. Super tasty. It tastes like a hot and sour soup, slightly sour or acidic, but not much. Just a pleasant little tanginess. You've got dehydrated bamboo shoots that kind of swell up with the hot water. It gives it a nice crunch. And you have a nice tomato essence, which goes really nicely with a little bit of acid that's in there. Great. I would have that again. If you like hot and sour soup, I think you'll really like this. This is not spicy, by the way, just pleasantly warm from the hot water. Terrific. Next, let's make this. This is an instant matcha latte. Doo-doo. I felt like matcha was all over the place. It's still all over the place, but it's not something I had a lot of in Japan. This is not just plain matcha tea. This is an instant matcha latte. So there's milk in here and sugar. So curious to see what this is going to be like. And it says a 1/2 teaspoon to 140 milliliters of hot water, so a little less than what I've got here. Bright green powder. I'm gonna make it into a little cup so you can see it better. Okay, to that, 140 milliliters of water. Ooh, it immediately turns bright green. And then I'm gonna use a frother and buzz it up. Oh my gosh. Did you just see what happened there? That was insane. Alrighty, let's give our matcha latte a taste. How does it look here? I guess pretty similar. All right, here we go. Cheers. Come by. No, it needs more. Tastes very watery. Oh, 4.5 teaspoons. Okay. Now let's use our blender. Frother, whatever you want to call this thing. Yeah, that looks more like it, okay? Yeah. And it's actually getting frothy. All right. This frother's intense. That is looking a lot better. Round 2, come by. That's pretty good. I like it. First time around was very watery. It had no substance, no mouthfeel, and very little flavor. And now this is much better. It does taste like powdered milk. It doesn't have that fresh milk flavor. It's definitely thickened up, and there's a nice bitterness. Now, some people don't like matcha for that reason, but I enjoy it. There's a nice bitterness, kind of a grassy note to it, and a richness from the powdered milk. And it's a little bit sweet. It reminds me of Haagen-Dazs's matcha flavored ice cream, but not that sweet, but reminiscent. I like it. I think my kids are gonna love this. My kids love matcha. Next, let's try something savory. Let's try these. These are French Jura cheese potato chips. Jura. I'm not sure what that is. Specific kind of potato, maybe? Nice and potatoey. Yellow chip. Look at the size of this chip. Look at that huge chip. And they are a ruffled style chip. Itadakimasu. Immediately, I noticed a buttery flavor. I like it. Very rich tasting, but doesn't taste like artificial butter. It tastes like legit butter. The crunch is similar to a Ruffles chip, but a little bit firmer. A little bit. These are delicious. Really nicely salted and just a delicious buttery flavor. These are great. I like these better than Ruffles, way better than Ruffles. They're crunchier, but have that similar kind of fluted texture to them, but all around better flavor in my opinion. I would buy those again. Delicious. Next, let's try these 2 items. I purchased them because I felt like they were similar to some items that we can find here in the States. Number 1, marshmallows. These look like our miniature marshmallows, but look at their shape. They're a little bit longer. Curious, right? So I don't imagine them tasting any different, but I just thought the shape was different, so I purchased those. And then I got these, and these are called Beet sugar biscuits, and these reminded me of Teddy Grahams. So here are the marshmallows. Marshmallows are pretty common in Japan. They have flavored ones, and they're often round and very cute. These ones are longer. These are cylinders. I've never seen cylinders of marshmallow before. Let's give them a taste. Itadakimasu. Exactly. Soft, floofy, bouncy, fresh, delicious. I actually like the mini ones better. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows. I understand there is a place for them, but this size, very manageable. Like them. Cute. These are called Beet sugar cookies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So there are chocolate ones, I am supposing, and vanilla ones, I think. Look how cute. They have a little belly button. Oh, beet sugar. Let's try them. They taste like Maria biscuits. Same light vanilla flavor, light crunch. These are a little bit thicker. There's more thickness to chomp through, but the flavor is identical. Delish. Let's try the chocolate one. Well, I'm assuming it's chocolate. Are they? Very light chocolate flavor, almost non-existent. I like the vanilla ones better, and they remind me, because of the cute bear shape and the flavor, of teething biscuits. I remember when my little brother was a baby and he was teething, we purchased teething biscuits. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try one. So I taste one and they taste a lot like this. They're great. Let's try the kind of pseudo s'more here. Together, not so much. Maybe microwaved so that the marshmallow is melty. They're a little bit too disparate in texture, but melted or toasted and then a little sandwich, I think that would be adorable. Made the perfect size too. Oh my gosh, look. You take that and then you put that together. Oh, it'd be perfect. Oh, whoops, that's upside down. They're different bear shapes. There's this shape and then there's this shape. Sitting down bear and standing bear. Oh my gosh. Next, let's try these. And these are shrimp crackers. Great big senbei crackers. Look at the size of these. Huge, right? And they have an interesting shape, don't they? So the way these are made in a press. That's why you can see that kind of central little circle in the middle. That's where the batter is placed. And then it's pressed and heated to create this really thin, wafery cracker. See that? Very thin, and you can get them in smaller sizes as well, or larger. Let's give them a taste. Itadakimasu. These have some onion in them. So, very crisp as you can hear, but a little bit styrofoamy. These to me almost taste more oniony than shrimpy. But there is a shrimp kind of seafoody flavor to them. But for me, a lot of the pleasure in these types of crackers is the crunch. I don't like the flavor of these as much as some other flavors of shrimp crackers I've had before. It's almost too herby for me. Oh yeah, there's leeks and pickled ginger. Yeah. I taste that. They're gingery too. I don't love these that much. Alrighty, lovelies. Next, we have chocolates. We have an assortment of truffles. Number 1, hazelnut truffle. Number 2, Marc de Champagne truffles. Okay. And number 3, fizzy candy cacao truffle. So let's taste the champagne one first because that sounds so fancy. It's hard to pick up on camera, but let's give that a taste. Itadakimasu. Oh my gosh. Look how smooth that is. Wow. Incredible mouthfeel. Almost instantaneously, as you place it onto your tongue, it just dissolves into a pool of chocolatey goodness. So smooth. There's even a slight cooling sensation. Good chocolate flavor, but the first thing I taste is the champagne. Now, blindfolded, I don't know that I would know that it's champagne, but definitely tastes boozy. That one's not my favorite, but the texture's incredible. Next, fizzy candy. It looks exactly the same as the other one. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Chocolate flavor is fantastic. And again, most luscious mouthfeel. So creamy, smooth, and it's popping. You hear that? That's delightful. Super fun. Great cocoa-y, chocolatey flavor. Dark chocolate, but not bitter, and definitely not too sweet, which I adore. Fantastic. It does feel like it's popping in the back of my skull or my brain though, but delightful. Next, let's try the hazelnut cacao one. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Oh, get out. That one is out of sight. It reminds me of an Italian candy that I've had called Giandujo, I think it's called. It's full of hazelnutty flavor, has the same luscious, melty texture as the others, and a slight cooling sensation, intense dark chocolate flavor. It's like Nutella, but way better. Elevated, not nearly as sweet, and luscious. Fantastic. These truffles are excellent. If you like booze, then you will like the champagne one. The fizzy candy one, I think the kids will love. And the hazelnut one is sublime. Some of the best truffles I've ever had from Muji, a furniture department store. Get out. These are so good. Next, we're going to try these two little bags. These are not Muji branded. They look like, yes, they are Tinkerbell. And my youngest got me to buy these. I've had the Tamago pan before. Tamago means egg, pan means bread. So it's a little egg bread. Look how stinking cute. So I got them because he loves them. And then I also got this one, which is a Tamago pan but in caramel flavor. So let's give that a taste. Let's try the original first. Could not resist. Look at these plump little balls of bread. Oh, so cute. Adorable. Bright yellow color because they have eggs in them. Itadakimasu. They remind me a bit of steamed baos that you can get at a Chinese or Asian bakery. Just a little bit of a sweet glaze on the outside and a light eggy flavor. They're fine. Not my favorite, but they're fine. Let's try the caramel version. See if they're any better. Ooh, the caramel pan smells like brown sugar. It smells great. So cute. Look how perfectly round. Does it have caramel inside? Oh yes, look. Maybe I'll like these better. Itadakimasu. No. The caramel is like a custard. And the bread is more flavorful. It tastes like caramel, but a caramel flavoring, which I'm not particularly keen on. But if you like that kind of brown, sugary, artificial flavor, then you'll probably like this. It reminds me of imitation maple syrup, that kind of extract flavor. Yeah, same texture as the Tamago pan, very, very soft and squishy and tender, but not really my cup of tea. Lastly, because my gut isn't officially busted yet, but nearly there, these are Peanuts chocolate. I got these purely for nostalgic reasons. When we went to Muji, when we lived in Japan, we picked these up all the time, and I love how it says peanuts. Peanuts chocolate. Chocoreto. So these are very, very simple peanut clusters. Look, just milk chocolate and peanuts. To nostalgia. Itadakimasu. They're just peanut clusters, but they're excellent. The milk chocolate, first of all, is decent quality. It's not overly sweet, has a great chocolate flavor. They're great. Super simple, and that's why I like them. Decent quality chocolate and peanuts. That's all I need. Alright, my lovelies, there you have it. My little Muji food haul. And I would say it was pretty stinking great. I think the only thing that I found a little disappointing was the senbei crackers. Everything else, excellent. But I'm not surprised because I don't think I've ever gotten anything at Muji that I was disappointed by. Everything. You can get bras to suitcases to hot instant soup, all at Muji. Oh, and their stationery section. If you like pens and pencils, erasers, that kind of thing, Muji's your place. Oh, they also have facial care stuff and shampoos and conditioners, all kind of generic. And you can buy refill bags of them and then refill your containers at home. Just love it. Alrighty, my lovelies. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye! So hot. Who knew that we had to have our air conditioner turned on in May.